Let me ask you this. So you had said a long time ago you had told the story about Akon and Suge and their incident or incidents that they had. Um, Akon did an interview recently and kind of spoke on Suge. Did you see this interview? And if so, do you have any comments or thoughts about it?
Actually, I didn't see this particular one, but I think I know what he's going to say, or I'll just reiterate what happened, and then hopefully you can play what he said if you can. I know it's hard because we have a hard time with with that because of how YouTube works. But okay, if y'all heard that, was able to hear that, this is what I remember from the incident. Is yeah, there's this producer named Detail, and I told y'all this story before, but I just wanted to show y'all how hopefully he's saying everything that I said, or pretty much what happened, how things come to truth and come out, and how you can't just sit up here and lie on YouTube because there's people out there that still alive that can verify or tell the stories. But there was this producer named Detail that was signed to me when I was running this company called True Dad Entertainment. He actually wasn't signed to me. That's a lie. I had 10 song deal with him to produce. I gave him up some money to produce 10 songs for me. He was actually signed to Ray J. And that's when Ray J had his knockout records or some shit like that. This is before he got with Wack and now, or Shaq and now. And I was looking out for Ray J. And Young Buck, my boy Young Buck and all of them. So I was looking out and taking care of them. And I started back messing with Suge because that's after he went through the bankruptcy and he was like, Reg, come and help me. And I was dealing with this dude from True Dad Entertainment and all of that. And so I was doing some running around and Detail and Young Buck is a good dude. But they call him LA Buck now, not the Young Buck from the South. They love Suge Knight. I want to keep it real. Suge helped him out a lot when he was young, when he was 14. He actually the guy that did the LBC Crew beat that everybody jacked him for. But he, Young Buck was just a good dude. And so I started bringing Suge around Detail and Ray J and Buck. Not so much Ray J because Ray J had already ran through there and got away from me. But mainly those two. And so I was telling Suge how, he got these songs and he do this. And Suge was like, all right, Reg, we go, because now I'm not able to take care of Detail. And he had went and signed a deal did some work on, I think it was Lady Gaga then, and then Akon. Well, I think Akon and Lady Gaga was connected. And then later on the Cash Money or whatever. But at this time it was Akon. And Detail, who's in jail now, goddamn rapist, fucking Detail. Well, shout out Detail, you still my nigga. But fuck you if you was doing what you're accused of. Detail had all of this equipment and stuff, and so Suge just started and so he was working with Akon doing all this work. Suge was like, man, if that was your producer, Reg, Akon them gonna pay. Akon them gonna pay. They owe you money. Because me and Suge is running around, this 2007, 2008, we extorting the hell out of everybody. We some broke motherfuckers that need our money. And so, yeah. So anyway, they go to the Super Bowl, and Suge bump into Akon because he had been calling him and telling him he needs some money. Detail was, Akon was gonna pay, but he was just like, I'll give y'all some money after Detail do these tracks. And he finished the work, but Detail playing around and being slow and all that. Suge is the type of nigga, once I see you, you gotta pay and give me some money right then. Akon is like, hey, man, I won't take care of y'all, but I'm waiting on Detail to finish finish whatever, some tracks so I can sit in there and get some money. Suge like, no, nigga, you gotta pay now and do this. So y'all know what happened. Boo, his security guard, socked Suge and knocked him out, right? Because it was just Suge and his girl there, I believe, Toy. He probably had one other dude with him or whoever, I don't know. But, so they caught Suge slipping and knocked him out, right? But then, after that, allegedly, some dudes from LA went in detail house, robbed him for all his equipment, and stole a bunch of stuff from him, a bunch of jewelry and all of that. Y'all can look it up, it was in the LA Times about that. Then, because now Akon don't want to pay and all of that, and Suge find out that Akon brothers in the studio, goes to the studio, stripped that nigga down, and had him running down the street. But then, that's when she'll get shot at the One Oaks Club. You know, Akon hired some dudes from out here, and the guy who obviously, our boy Wack 100 always say he's a gangster and he's a tough dude and all that. I don't know him, don't know much about him. But the way Suge got shot, I was a nigga that was scared to shoot him. Y'all remember Suge got shot about 4 or 5 times, shot a chick in the butt, and at the nightclub, and that's when we see the pictures and see everything with Suge pretty much walking out, getting on the gurney from the nightclub after being shot 4 or 5 times. And so that's what Akon is speaking of. Shout out to Akon. I hope your scam in Africa is going well, and you're doing a good job of tricking your black folks out of that city you call yourself building or whatever.